Hey scrappers, it's Vanessa here with another scrapbook process video, and today I am playing along again with Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life and her 30 days of sketches. So this is day 14, and you saw the sketch at the beginning, and I also have it up there in the top left, or sorry, top right. And so for my layout today, I'm going to start with a piece of white cardstock, and I did not gesso this paper or anything like that. I am just using this stamp and some speckled egg distress oxide ink, and I'm spraying that ink on this stamp, and I'm just stamping it on that white cardstock. And you saw I created the background, and then I actually wanted to use up the leftover ink that was on the stamp, so I just created a second background. So now I have two backgrounds created for layouts, and I just set it off to the side there to dry. So that is going to take care of adding just a little bit of interest to the background of my layout. And for the sketch, I do stay really true to the original. I add my own sort of 3 embellishment clusters in a slightly different variation than this, but I stay pretty close to this original sketch with even using 2 photos for my layout. So now what I am working on is I'm taking 2 pattern papers. One is a Vicky Bouton and one is a yellow pattern paper from Lily Bee. I think it was a Lily Bee paper, which is quite old. That company is no longer in business. And so those are going to make up that sort of band that goes at the top. And then to mat both of my photos, as you see right here, I am actually taking some packaging from a package of fabric flowers that I'm actually going to use on this layout. And I'm using the packaging from those to mat both of my photos, which it turned out perfect. It was like the perfect color of sort of teal, green, blue, and it matched everything that I was going to be using for this layout. So I thought, why not? I will use up that packaging and use it to frame my photos, which worked out perfect. So now that I have my photos all framed out, I am just taking those same 2 pattern papers that I used for the strips across the top of the layout. I am now just taking those same pattern papers, and I'm just creating the 2 sort of blocks of pattern paper that you see in the sketch that the layouts are on top of. So I'm following, like I said, the sketch very closely. Now here is a very, very old product. This is fabric strips that have adhesive on the back. They're from Recollections, and I couldn't find a date on them, but I can tell you that these are at least, and I mean at least 10 years old. But I absolutely love them, and I had never used them, and so I was putting some things away and I found them in my stash, and so I decided to pull them out, and I got one used up on this layout, as well as the fabric flowers are sort of, they're the flowers that coordinated with these strips, and so I used the entire package of the flowers that I had left over from this Recollections. I don't even know if it was a collection or anything like that, but they were super old, and I was so excited to get them used up on this layout. And I love how they look. They look brand new to me. I don't feel like they look like they're old. See, there you see I have them right there to the side. And those are actually fabric, and they're adhesive on the back. I do, because of how old they are, need to add additional adhesive, but they are fabric, which adds this really fun texture to my page, which I absolutely love it. So basically what I'm working on now is my embellishment clusters that I'm going to put on this page. I do kind of move around where I put my embellishment clusters compared to where they are on the sketch, but I do end up with 3 clusters, and you're just going to see me kind of layer up just the bits and pieces. I have a camera that will go in each of the clusters. I have those florals, and then just some other little random tags and embellishments that I pulled from my stash that basically just had the colors that I was going with. So I did pop up a few of the pieces on some foam off camera, and then I glued everything down off camera, and now that I am back, I am just going to add the title for this layout, and the title is just simply going to be "We Are Here." And these are some photos that I took in the car as we are driving into Animal Kingdom Lodge. We typically stay at Kadini Village. We're Vacation Club members, and so that is basically our favorite resort to stay at. And so I took these pictures when we arrived at the resort back in January of this 2020 year. And so I am just documenting our arrival. And so to finish up my clusters, I do have these giant gems that are sort of wooden backed buttons, and I put those in the center of each of the cameras. And then I have these hearts that I want to say are from Bella Boulevard. I was going to add more hearts, but I thought just the one kind of just worked perfectly. To finish off each of my clusters, I am going to add a couple of enamel dots in each one of the clusters. And I also didn't point it out when I had done it originally, and I had actually done it off camera, but I did add some washi tape in the same colors as my pattern papers to the bottom of the page. I just felt like without anything down there, it felt like the page just kind of went on forever, like things were kind of just falling off the bottom. And so adding that washi at the bottom of my white cardstock sort of just pulls everything back into focusing on the photos. And so that is pretty much going to finish out my layout. I do add my hidden Mickey up there at the top. And with that, these are the still photos. And guys, I will catch you in the next one. Just a reminder, the link with the links to everyone playing along with Christy this month will be down below, so be sure to check that out. And guys, I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.